Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of SR Academy, and in this video, as you can see on screen, we are going to talk about first round interview experience for the we are going to talk about first round interview experience for the position of environment infrastructure manager at Barclays. Okay, so let's get started. First things first, this interview was not given by me. Okay, I have not appeared for this interview. This interview experience is shared with us by one of our subscribers. Okay, and he is a part of our community, our small community of 47 members that have subscribed to my SR Academy YouTube channel. Okay, and so with this community, let's try to help each other and let's share each other's interview experience so that it helps each other. So I'm very proud of where this community is headed, and this was my aim when I started SR Academy YouTube channel. Okay, but just one request. So when I see my YouTube channel analytics, I can see that out of all the viewers who watch my videos, 97% of them have not subscribed. Okay, so if you are someone who is watching this video, who is taking help from this video, and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. This helps me, this keeps me motivated to bring more such quality content to you. Okay, and also in case you have any questions regarding any interview, you need to review your CV from me, you can reach out to me on our Telegram channel, which is SR Academy Pune. Just subscribe to this Telegram channel and there is an option of direct message to admin. You can use that and you can reach out to me and my team. Okay, so moving forward, let's first see what was the job description for this opening. Okay, so it is currently on your screen. As you can see, they needed experience with CI/CD pipelines, okay, and uh, knowledge of DevOps concepts, infrastructure experience in cloud environments, preferably on Red Hat, IAC tools experience such as Chef and Ansible, and Red Hat platform experience, strong experience for this. Okay, and some other highly valued skills include Linux, Windows with middleware knowledge. Okay, and strong experience in incidents and change management. This is something Barclays has a very huge dependency on this. There's a lot of process that involve incident creation and change management. Okay, proficiency in monitoring infrastructure components such as MQ, WAS, JBoss, and strong problem solving skills. Okay, so overall, as it is an opening for infrastructure manager, so basically you are expected to support the infra that you create or that your team runs. Okay, and likewise you can see that most of the preference or the stress is on Red Hat and Red Hat platforms and Chef and Ansible. So AWS is missing in this, even though I've created one video previously which says that Barclays has heavily invested in AWS now. There might be some teams that have not yet migrated to AWS. They might be using some other cloud platforms, and here you can see the same. Okay, so AWS is not a major here. So remember, if you are someone who will apply to such openings in future, make sure you update your CV accordingly. If you have experience with AWS, you keep it down, and if you have used any of this, you mention that point up in your CV and highlight it. Okay, so that's one way to get a call. Okay, so this is the job description of our opening. Now let's go to the questions that were asked in the first round. Okay, so very first question, very basic icebreaker type of question, like why Barclays? Okay, so make sure you go to ChatGPT and create a nice answer for this question, because sometimes this question can also play an important role in your selection. Okay, and do not forget Barclays values to check out Barclays values. Okay, just go to Google, search for Barclays values. There are 5 values. Just create your answer around that. Okay, that's very important when it comes to large institutions such as Barclays. Okay, so then interview starts, and the direct question that was asked was, there's a production outage at 3 a.m. Okay, as so just try to correlate this with your GD. The JD is for infrastructure manager. So when you are managing an infrastructure, you can expect such questions. So there's an outage at 3 a.m. Server is not starting. How do you handle? Okay, so this was one of the questions that was asked. It was a behavioral question. Now I am not well versed with the infrastructure manager role, so I don't know direct answer for this, but I hope this question helps you in your preparation. Okay, then they turn to Linux and they ask difference between kill hyphen 3 process ID and kill hyphen 9 process ID difference. Okay, so this was related to Linux, and in our previous job description you can see that Linux was also a highly valued skill. Okay, then again they ask certain basics Linux commands, which is how do you calculate disk usage and how do you check the memory usage using Linux command. Okay, then again one more behavioral question, that as an infrastructure manager you identify that there are 200 servers that need certain patches on your in your production account. So how do you install it? So I hope they were expecting some chef and sorry, not chef, Ansible automation. Okay, I have used Ansible to a little bit extent, so I'm expecting that they expected some automation using Ansible scripts. Okay, so yeah, so this is, so infrastructure maintenance is what something would be expected from you when you are a infrastructure manager. Okay, now a little bit of CI/CD. They have asked that you have a Jenkins pipeline. How do you prevent unauthorized pipeline trigger in Jenkins? Okay, so this is around access control in Jenkins, which is pretty easy, I must say. So if you are well versed with Jenkins, you know how to restrict access to your particular pipelines. Okay, then they ask that have you used Terraform? If yes, what was the purpose that you used it for? So basically they are trying to check your IAC experience along with Chef and Ansible. So pretty basic question, nothing special about this. Then again, coming to CI/CD, how to write declarative and scripted pipelines. So as a DevOps engineer preparing for interviews, you must know answer to this, and just make sure you study features about both declarative pipeline, scripted pipeline, and when to use which, and what are certain keywords that are present in declarative and not in scripted, and vice versa. Okay, and then question they asked was what are the drawbacks of deployment rollbacks in production. So let's say you have done a deployment and suddenly you realize that you have to roll it back due to some issues. So what are the drawbacks of it? Okay, again, as a infrastructure engineer, you must be aware of how to do rollbacks and what all teams are dependent on your deployment. And if you roll it back, so what are the downstream teams that might get affected, or what are the processes that might get affected. Okay, so this must be for checking that. And then at the very end, again, a basic question, do you have any questions for me? And you can use this opportunity to show your interest in this opening. Okay, so just go through the JD and try to ask that, okay, what this role exactly is, what are the expectation, do you expect me to work on the weekend, etc, etc. Okay, so if you go through the question once again, you can make a sense that okay, the JD is for infrastructure manager and they are expecting someone who can, take complete ownership of the infrastructure. If there is any failure, he can fix it. Okay, he must know basic Linux command because the environment, as they said, it's a Red Hat. So it might be something with Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So you must know Linux. Okay, some basic Jenkins knowledge also. So as you can see, they have not asked Jenkins in depth, so nothing much on the CI/CD part. Okay, and then just the, I guess it revolved around the ownership and knowledge about how to handle actual infrastructure in production environment. Okay, so that's why I always say that the JD of the opening is very important. It decides how you create your CV and what questions would be asked. Okay, so I guess that was it, and I hope this was useful to you. If it was, please subscribe to my channel. And if you need more information about, or you need to discuss more about this questions or anything, you can reach out to me on SR Academy Pune Telegram channel. Subscribe to the channel on Telegram and use the option of direct message to admin. Okay, so guys, yeah, I guess this is it. And if you have found this video useful, please subscribe to the channel. And if you are someone who is a part of this YouTube channel already and you have given some interviews, please reach out to me on Telegram and share your experiences so that I can make such videos and share it with other learners. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video, and see you in other videos soon. Bye.